Welcome back, everybody, to the Referral Partner Acquisition Group. I'm your host, Will Anagnos. I missed you guys last week, so I'm happy to be back. If you're new to our Facebook group, the Referral Partner Acquisition Group, it's pretty obvious from the title what we do here. We help people like you, loan officers, mortgage brokers, acquire referral partners, growing your referral network, prospecting. Those are all things that we help you in this group with, provide tips, tricks, which I'm going to go over today, especially going into the new year. And this is also a little group where our paying clients post their wins and share them with everybody so that we can all win together and share the positivity. So if you're new to the group, check out what our paid clients are saying about what we're doing with them and their wins. But since we're here on another episode, today's topic is 7 things you must do now to prepare yourself and have running in 2026 if you want to have a successful mortgage production year. So actually, give me 1 second. Be right back, guys. All right, I've never done that before. This is my first time in the last 3 years doing lives that I got up and had to leave for over a minute. My cat was scratching at the door, and it was so bad that I just could not talk over it. You guys couldn't hear it because of my microphone, but it was really loud. So problem solved, and let's go ahead and get started. So if you want to learn today the 7 things that you need to implement now as a mortgage professional so that you can basically guarantee your success, guarantee that you're in the right direction, on the right path, in the right trajectory, then comment, let's go. Or if you're lazy, I'm okay with that. Just slap that like button, slap that heart button, spread some love. Let me know that you're here, and let's get into it. So if you guys follow me or are connected with me on LinkedIn, I just posted an article that you can check out. I will link the description in the description, the URL in the comments below, so you can check that out. But basically, it's what we're going to talk about today in written form. The 7 things you must have ready for 2026. Think of it like going to the gym. If you hire a trainer or if you create a workout plan and you go, we're going to create the plan today. And then if you start going now and then you continue in January, there's no doubt in your mind that you're going to gain muscle, lose weight, whatever your workout goal is. So if you do these things, instead of gaining muscle or losing weight, it's saving more time and making more money, closing more loans, higher productions. So this is the article that I wrote. It's actually a LinkedIn newsletter specifically. I've also posted it on our website, wamarketingsolutions.com. It's our blog posts that we do every month, but you can check it out here on LinkedIn. I will link the URL in the description, in the comments below, after I am done with today's episode. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about these 7 things you must do, okay? Now, I'm unable to blur out the ones that I want to blur out, so you're going to see all of them up front, but I'm going to go through each one individually. Number 1, we're going to start with knowing your value proposition. We're going to go in order, and we're going to go in order for a reason, because each one piggybacks off the previous. So knowing your value proposition. This is something that a lot of mortgage professionals struggle with. I speak with probably 100 mortgage professionals on the phone a month, give or take. And I would say 95 of 100, when I ask them what their value proposition is, they all say the same thing. If you can guess what that is, I would like to hear in the comments below. I'm not going to say it. I'm sure you know, but I'll answer your comments. Let me know in the comments below if you know what I'm talking about. All loan officers say the same thing. All brokers are, not all, but 95 out of 100, they literally say the same thing. Now, whether that same thing is great or not, whether it's legit, real, if you sound like everybody else, you're going to get results like everybody else. And if you're watching this and you want to be the 1%, then you need to not be like the 99%, basically. It's really simple if you think about it. So be unique and know your value proposition. Why is someone going to want to work with you over any of your competition? You guys all have basically the same products, give or take. You guys all have the same responsibilities. Why would someone work with you? The answer is the like, know, and trust factor. Now, you being good at your job, that's a given. That is standard. That's what you have to do. That's a requirement, is what I'm trying to say. But beyond those requirements, beyond having to be available over the weekends, beyond having the passion of a thousand suns, desire to help all of those families get into those homes, what really makes you unique? And it doesn't have to be business related. It could be your specialty. It could be a system that you've named, branded, and that's your thing. Whether it's the same as everyone else's, if you've branded it and named it something that's yours, that's unique. Or maybe it's a second language that you speak. Maybe it's an experience that you've had. Maybe you come from somewhere. It can be anything, but build a brand around your unique value proposition. I can't sit here and tell you what that's going to be, and I can't sit here and give off suggestions. You have to figure out, what does everyone else sound like, and then what can I do to not sound like them, and also put at the forefront my strengths and what makes me different. Okay. For example, what makes me different is I work in mortgage marketing, but I don't work in lead generation. I lead with that. And that's very different because everyone's like, oh, you don't? Wait, what? And that right there, that's not my value proposition, but it's a way to be different and get heads to turn and ultimately way more attention. So know your value proposition, because if you don't, it doesn't matter how many doors you knock, doesn't matter how many open houses you go to, it doesn't matter how many people you call, doesn't matter how many hands you shake. If you sound like everybody else, then you're going to hear things like, I'm not interested, I'll call you back later, I'll let you know, I'll add you to my list. I already have existing lenders. I have an in-house lender that I work with. I've already worked with 20 people for the last 30 years. You're going to hear all of that unless you give them a reason to not give them all that. Okay. A big portion of the struggles that I hear from you guys is, I'm not getting any business. I can get in front of people, but I can't get them to work with me. Well, there's two answers. One, you haven't networked with enough people. And then two, you probably sound like everybody else, and that's probably hurting your conversion rate. Because if you sound like everybody else, and for every 100 people that you meet, you get one loan, imagine if you were different. For every 100 people you met, you would get 10 loans. It's that simple. I know I'm making it sound easy, but being different goes a long way. And then that leads us to optimizing yourself. The second thing you need to do now and have it prepared for next year is to optimize yourself on social media. All of your platforms need to have that wow factor. If I go on your social media and I'm like, this picture is bad, this bio is lacking information, there's no links to guide me to the next page, there's no call to action, so I'm not motivated to take the next steps. All these things that you're not taught by your broker, because your broker didn't need to know these things because social media didn't exist for them then. You need to optimize yourself. And it needs to be around your value. What makes you different? What are your clients saying about you? And what value are you going to provide to the realtor or to the other person? Why should they work with you? What are you going to help them with? And unfortunately, in business, people are greedy. And so they're going to think about themselves. So your profile should not talk about you only. Let me get to it. It should talk about how you are going to help them with their pain points. So you need to, if you are new to the industry, you need to do your market research. Talk to 100 agents, get them to answer the same 10 questions, and then review those answers and figure out what is it that they need. Don't guess, do market research, and then optimize yourself. Once you have optimized your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your Facebook business, your TikTok, your site, any landing pages you may have, your weekly newsletter, it can go on and on. The more you have, the better. Optimize yourself. Or to simplify it, if you're just using LinkedIn to meet realtors, really optimize it there. If you're just using Instagram to contact or to run ads to then get in touch with buyers or buyer leads, internet leads, my least favorite lead, but I think you guys know why. You want to make sure that you're optimized for the right audience. And that audience is going to want your value that you're going to showcase. So once you've done that, this all has to get done this month, guys. Know your audience. A lot of people I speak with on the phone, they all tell me, I just want to get in front of anybody, or I just want to get in front of top producers. That's very general. I call this the referral partner avatar. What are their likes and dislikes? What's their family situation? How old are they? Age group, gender, and of course, geography. And it goes on and on. Really know your audience because the reality is, if you were to only prospect top producing agents, but they're all assholes, in your opinion, then that's not your audience. So really know your audience. What age, what strengths, what type of person are they? If they're all type A alpha, which is probably why they're top producers, because you just have to have that mentality. The time is incredibly valuable because I'm so busy. And as you make money, you realize how valuable time is and you start to value it more. And then you start to shoo things away because you don't have time for that. So you don't want to get into those issues with those people. You just want to know your audience so that, when we get to it, so that your profile on social media and your value proposition resonates with them. Because if your value doesn't resonate with your audience, then it's not going to work. It's like advertising cat food to a dog. The audience has to be cats or has to be your type of ideal referral partner. So think of your favorite referral partner that you have today. And then the goal is to try to find people who are very similar, whether it's an age or production. I'm not excluding production here, but I do want to stress that a lot of people focus too much on, I want to work with people who make money instead of I want to work with people who like me, trust me, are going to be friends with me, loyal to me, because that's sustainable. If you lose one referral partner because you said something that they didn't like because they have an attitude, you don't want to put all your eggs in that basket and then lose that basket. It's just not sustainable. It just never works out. I've been doing this for 7 years. Everyone who tells me that they only prospect top producing individuals, it never works out ever. So that's just my feedback. I don't have that personal experience, but I don't want to hear that story anymore. I want you guys to work with people who you enjoy working with. So once you know your audience, number four is craft your message around your value. So what that looks like is if you're doing outreach on social media, craft a strategic initial message that introduces yourself, explains the mutual beneficial value that you can provide. Mutually beneficial is the key word. And then a call to action. Craft a message like that, and then craft follow-ups in case they don't respond to the first time. And that messages are all going to be about what's on your profile, because that's what they're going to see first before they see any messages from you. They're going to find out who you are and make sure that it resonates with the audience that you've done market research for. So these three things, really these four things, they all tie into each other. If you're not congruent somewhere, then you're going to confuse people and they're just not going to respond because they're confused. People need clarity. And so you having a clear message that showcases your value. If you're getting the right messages to the right audience with a strong profile that backs up what you're saying, all based around your value proposition, that is how our clients are seeing really high reply rates and appointment rates. It's because of not just the high volume of prospecting, but because of the strategy behind it. So that's number four. Number five is a follow-up plan. A lot of people don't have follow-up plans. You guys may have a system or a CRM that your company gave you. But when I ask what's the strategy, you don't know. Was at least maybe you know if you're watching this today, but what I hear on the phone is it just drips on them. It just sends them emails, company stuff. Like I really don't know. Or yeah, I've been doing it for a year, but it hasn't really got me any business. Then stop doing it. Like have a follow-up plan that actually converts follow-up into business opportunities. And a follow-up plan falls into many categories. So a follow-up for your realtors who didn't talk to you yet, a follow-up for your realtors who have spoken with you on the phone, a follow-up through texting, a follow-up through an email newsletter, following up on social media. I can go on for a while. I have a document with 20 different types of follow-ups. I'm not going to go into that, but you need to have a follow-up plan for everyone who's entering your database, your pipeline, your system. You need to have a follow-up plan. And I'll get to the seventh step, but it needs to be fast forward. It needs to be automated because human nature has proven to me that you'll get in your own way. You'll get tired. You'll get sick. You won't feel like it. You won't know how to do it. So you just won't do it at all. And ultimately, it'll affect your production. So have a follow-up plan. Number six, this is the same as number one. No. Number six is providing. This is just knowing your value proposition. Now you actually need to help someone with something, provide that value, help a realtor save an hour a week, help a realtor generate business on Google because they have a Google page, it's all set up, but they have no traffic running to it. Learn how to run traffic to a Google profile and then do it for them. They're going to find that incredibly valuable. Provide value, do stuff for them. Realtors don't win with leads. That's like giving them a fish. And the moment you stop giving them a fish, they're going to run away and work with someone else who is going to give them fish. And they're going to switch again. And then you're going to think they're all not loyal. No, 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 no. You didn't teach them how to fish. And you don't have to put them in a classroom and teach them. But hop on a Zoom call and show them your expertise. Show them some stuff. Show them marketing. Realtors need help with marketing. They don't need your fish. They need to be taught how to fish so that they're eating forever. And then when they have a question about, oh no, my fishing rod broke, they know who to go to. They know who to go to you. And if they go to you about that, they're eventually going to go to you with referrals because they're going to trust you. And then number seven, automate. This is very important to give you some context around automation because a lot of people, they are people who have not leveraged automation yet, which by the way, if you haven't, you're way behind. When we say automate, we don't mean automate so that it looks body and unattractive and takes away the genuineness and takes away the one-on-one old-fashioned relationship. That's not true at all. If you leverage automation and you're bad at it, then the end result is you're going to look like a scammer, you're going to look like a bot, and people are going to tell you to stop. But if you set up automation in a way where it looks genuine, it looks organic, it is unique because it's coming from you. Or sorry, you're not unique, but it is coming from you as opposed to someone else. As long as the other parties do not know that you're using systems to be more efficient, to save money, and to save time, and to help more of your clients and to help more of your referral partners, as long as only you and your marketing team know that it's automated, doesn't matter. If everyone else in the world thinks that all of your marketing is done by you because it's done so well, I had no idea it was automated. That's the reaction that you want. You don't want them to ever realize it's automated because if they do realize it, you've defeated the purpose of automation. If people know you're using automated systems to send messages or to follow up, then you've done a bad job setting up those systems. The whole point is that they don't realize you're doing it. The whole point is that instead of you having only an hour on a Friday to follow up with only enough people that you have time for in that hour, using a system, you can follow up with hundreds, if not thousands of people. I'm not even joking, thousands, if your database is that big. You can follow up with hundreds, if not thousands of people without spending a second because the systems that you set up previously are doing that for you. And as long as you've set it up properly, your prospecting, your follow-up, your nurture, you're providing value, providing marketing assistance, you can automate it. And as long as you automate it like we are in a way where 99.9% of people don't notice that it's automated, you're going to get a lot of people saying things like, oh my God, you're so persistent. How do you do it? Oh my God, I totally, you slipped my brain, but I'm so happy that you reached out to me again because I was so busy with, Christmas shopping. You're going to get responses like that. If you don't believe me, just ask anyone in our group who's posting wins and they'll back me up here. So I call it authentic automation once it's all set in place. If you're just using automation and it sucks, you're going to give it a bad name. Don't give it a bad name. If you set it up where it's authentic automation, then you're being authentic. You're just working smarter, not harder. And so what I want you guys to do before the end of this year is to know your value proposition, write it down, optimize your value, optimize your social medias, know your audience, craft your messages, craft your follow-up, provide actual value, which you'll have to do actually in practice, and then automate all of your prospecting and all of your retention. So prospecting is getting new opportunities into your life, And retention is retaining everyone that you originally prospected until they start sending you business. Get this down, guys, because all of our clients last year who got their shit together in December and then launched in January, they all did better this year than they did the previous year. Don't let the market dictate your success. Only you should be able to one who dictates that. It's your actions. Because in the worst market, you want to be doing the best. And in the best market, you want to be really doing the best. That's when it's fun. So thank you for being here with me for today's episode. I hope you guys found this valuable. If you do have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. I will link the article I wrote in the comments below. And I do encourage you guys, if you guys need referral partners and this year, 2025, you did not add a single referral partner or retain a single referral partner to your business, I highly recommend that you schedule a call with me so that we can potentially see and help you grow your referral network in 2026. So by the time it's 2027, you're getting double the amount of business minimum because you've doubled your referral network. It's not that hard. You just need to set up those 7 things, which is the hard part, but that's why we exist. So thanks for watching. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you guys in the next episode next week. See ya.